weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 9th-year quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 70 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Off the play fake. Carry. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Carry. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Well, we kind of thought it was a matter of when, not if, that a team might relocate to a spot outside the United States. Canada seemed like the most logical choice, and now here we are in this great city, a city that's had success in the Canadian League, but now they have an NFL franchise of their very own. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd and long. Carry. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
A gain of 13 yards, and the Colts first down.
Looking to throw. Gonzalez dumps that off to Ware. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Gonzalez. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because When you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Running on first down with Ware. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And again, this is Ware. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Gonzalez. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Carey. And the catch made by Johnson. Shoves him away. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
Looking to throw. Carey. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. You look at this Colt defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
This defense for the Colts, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, they held them completely out of the end zone, just held them to a field goal. So they're not just hoping for a repeat here. They're hoping to do it even better. A shutout is their goal.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Carey.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Operating from the gun, Reynolds. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8 and it moves the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8.
At the Colts 10-yard line.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
To throw on third down, carry. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Sentinels go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Gonzalez on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Looking to throw. Gonzalez. And his throw is incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
To throw is Gonzalez. On third down. Goes to Ware on the screen. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's taken on the 25. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Carry. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Reynolds. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Back to throw. Reynolds. Nice move at the 5. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
2nd down and a yard.
Here's a give up the middle. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Sentinels go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run the option to pick it up. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Here's Gonzalez looking to throw on 2nd down.
Well, he short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Gonzalez. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
They'll look to set up his blockers.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, 2nd quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume, here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Carry. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Looking to throw. Carry. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. forces a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Gonzalez. He finds Bolden. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? He said, hey, are you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 1st and 10, Reynolds. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Back to throw. Reynolds. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! A 20-yard touchdown!
And the Sentinels have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
The point after through the raindrops, something good, and it's now 21-0.
Taylor now from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Colts.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Gonzalez. And the reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Gonzalez to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so they went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Gonzalez to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the Colts 13-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carey. And a quick throw here. That's complete. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Carey. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on 2nd down. Carey. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Sentinels continue to pull away here in this first half. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
They'll take
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our And we will skip the highlight show this week, get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And the Colts going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Right side here with Ware.
And he'll get this to the 32. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Gonzalez now off the play fake, being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. The Colts send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Off the bootleg, Carey. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1.
Looking to throw. Reynolds. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
Now those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, the Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Operating from the gun, Carey. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carey. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield he can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Gonzalez now on first down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll run straight ahead with Ware. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
The Colts send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That's taken at around the 40. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
And they will take over first and 10. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Again, it's Johnson.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back to throw. Reynolds. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Second and 15 at the 16-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Carey.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And his kick is right there. It's good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A gain of 15. And the Colts first down.
From the gun, they run with Ware. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
On second down, it's Ware. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
To the 48-yard line. A gain of 7. First down, Colts.
They run again with Ware. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Final minute now in the third quarter. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run with Ware. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
The 36-yard line. 2 yards on the play.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back to Toronto. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw. Gonzalez. He's got it. This is Ware. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now it's 3rd and 3. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he is going to have a Colts first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
First down.
Now Gonzalez throwing on first down. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Here's Gonzalez off the bootleg. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24.
Colts 7.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown.
Well, Charles, just impressive in all three phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the fourth quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort, really well executed. Congratulations to them.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To throw is Gonzalez. Looking to throw on second down. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give to Ware. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
The one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
3rd down and 13.
Back to throw. Gonzalez. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Gonzalez throwing to start the drive. Steps, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun, Gonzalez. And Bolden brings it in, complete.
know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah,
Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
we all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Taken right about the 40. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 43-yard line.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Gonzalez. And he gets it to Bolden. Hook up a 15 yards there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
15. But it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Gonzalez.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, McKenzie. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. And on now is the punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Here's the Anchorage offense back out now.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Toronto, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week.
Meanwhile, for Anchorage,
they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.